So this is the Turkish Empire of Delhi. They are called the Salatin Delhi. They were called the Sultan Salatin Delhi. So this is the important thing that Salatin Delhi was read and called their empire. The earliest, the earliest Turkish empires lasted for 1206 to 1290. 1206, 1290 after the Papa is known to the student of history as the known as the Pathan or Afghan dynasty. As the Pathan Afghan dynasty. Dr. A.B. Habibullah, great historian, called it the Mamluk dynasty. Habibullah called it the Mamluk industry in his book the foundation of Muslim rule in India. So they called Mamluk industry. But the student of history, we called him as a Khandan Gulama, the Khandan Gulama, the servant, the rule of the servants. So the Gulam means servant. So this thing was known due to the reason that Qutbuddin Aibak. Qutbuddin Aibak was a servant. Qutbuddin Aibak was servant. So he ruled over the, Sultanate of Delhi. सलातीन दिल्ली में कुतुबुद्दीन ऐबक खुद गुलाम था, इसलिए इसका नाम खानदान गुलामा जो है ना मशहूर हो गया, गुलामों की हुकूमत। लेकिन ये चीज़ जो है वो थी कि जो है ना कि वो था कि जो गुलाम जो है ना थी कि गुलाम जो है ना वो गुमराह नहीं बन सकता जब तक वो आज़ाद ना हो कोई। when he was freed from his master, a servant, when he was freed from his master, he cannot rule over the country. So when he get the letter of freedom, then he can make the ruler of the country. So Qutbuddin Aibak got letter of freedom. So Qutbuddin Aibak led a letter of freedom to the nephew and successor of his master. So Qutbuddin became the ruler when he obtained the letter of freedom to his master. Then Al-Titmish and Balban. Titmish and Balban, they were also, servant. They were also, slaves. They were also slaves. Titmish were also slaves. They are all slaves, but they become the ruler of the country. So they were also freed from their master. So clear none of the rulers were slaves. So it is clear that none of these rulers not slave. They were not slave. But when they are slave, they will not become ruler. When they become ruler, then they will become no slave. So it is compulsion that a slave should be freed from his master. Then he becomes the ruler of the country. So, beside the Altithicians were not slaves, but Sultan's own sons and daughters, with exception of these rulers. So, there it will be wrong to include them as the slave. To clear the point, so don't call it slaves, because they are freed. The early Satna of Delhi were Turks. They were तुर्की थे, तुर्की नस्ल थे। सलातीन दिल्ली थे, वो तुर्की नस्ल थे, नॉट अफगान एंड पठान। ना अफगान थे ना पठान थे, वो तुर्की नस्ल थे। कुतुबुद्दीन वाज ब्रॉट फ्रॉम तुर्किस्तान। कुतुबुद्दीन ध्यान तुर्किस्तान से लाया गया था एंड सोल्ड टू काजी फखरुद्दीन ऑफ निशापुर। और काजी फखरुद्दीन निशापुर को ये बेचा गया। ये गुलाम जो था ऐबक जो है ना काजी फखरुद्दीन जो है ना वो निशापुर को बेचा गया। सो it was said Nishadnama, in Nishadnama says, no slave bought at a price has ever become a king except among the Turks. So the slaves were all Turks. The slaves were all Turks. They were not Afghan Pathans. They also to be remembered here that Sultan did not belong to one family dynasty. The Sultan was not belong to one family or one dynasty. इस एक खानदान से एक जो है ना वो सल्तनत से तल्लक नहीं रखते थे. मुस्लिम जो है ना वो खानदान थे उनसे तल्लक रखते थे कोई. Qutbuddin al-Titmish Balban to the throne of Delhi. So Qutbuddin al-Titmish and Balban, they were came from different origins. Make distinction between master and servant. So the road to power is power of talent, and in this respect, Islam has proved a slave today will be king. So Islam said that there is no distinction between slave and a ruler. Every person can be a ruler. A slave can become a ruler because due to his, his ability, due to his effort, due to his, gratitude, due to his working. So Islam makes no distinction that if a slave can become a ruler, so it is a credit goes to Islam. Islam made that slaves also become the ruler of their country. Sultan Qutb was his period was 1206 to 10. Sultan Mahmud Ghori had left no male issue. Sultan Mahmud Ghori कोई नरीन औलाद नहीं थी. So his empire was divided among the Turks, slaves, and trained up in the art of warfare administration. तो उसकी जो रियासत थी वो जो है ना टर्किश जो थे टर्क थे उनमें तकसीम होगी जो ना एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन में और बहादुरी में और जो है ना निज़ाम चाहने में माहिर थे. और फाल दी स्लेव Mahmud Ghori, Qutbuddin Aibak played the most important role in the history of Indo-Pakistan. So महमूद गौरी के जितने भी गुलाम थे उन सब में कुतुबुद्दीन ऐबक वाज द मेन स्लेव हु रूल्ड ओवर इंडिया. इसने हिंदू पाकिस्तान में हुकूमत की और बड़ी इसने आला हुकूमत की. तो कुतुबुद्दीन was purchased early life by Qazi Fakhruddin Kufi of Nishapur. काजी फरुद्दीन ऑफ और जो है निशापुर जो है ना वहाँ से इसे बेचा गया. इसने इसे खरीदा. तो बाद में फिर काजी कुफरुद्दीन ने इसे जो है ना फिर वो अपनी जो है ना गोला जो थी वो बिजनेसमैन था कारोबारी था उसको बेच दिया. तो अभी डेथ ऑफ काजी सोल्ड टू मर्चेंट. वो जो है उसके मरने के बाद वो एक सौदागर था बिजनेस मर्चेंट उसने इसे खरीद लिया. फिर बर्ड बाई सुल्तान और उस मर्चेंट से उस सौदागर उस बिजनेसमैन से जो है फिर वो सुल्तान महमूद गौरी ने इसे खरीद लिया. सुल्तान महमूद गौरी ने उस सौदागर से इसे खरीद लिया कुतुबुद्दीन ऐबक को. एंड देन बाय डिवोशनल सर्विस गौरी soon entered himself to the master raised position of Amir Akbar. So अपनी काबिलियत की बुनियाद पर कुतुबुद्दीन ऐबक जो था सुल्तान गौरी ने इसे जो है ना अमीर अकबर लॉर्ड ऑफ स्टेबल्स अमीर अकबर का खिताब दे दिया. अमीर अकबर के तौर पर ये जो है ना बचाया जाने लगा. ये कंपनी सुल्तान ड्यूरिंग एक्सपीडिशन कुतुबुद्दीन ऐबक जो था उसने फिर जो सुल्तान गौरी के साथ हिंदुस्तान की फतुहात में expedition of Hindustan. He participated in this expedition and the Battle of Tarin. In the Battle of Tarin, Ghauri left him in charge of Indian possession. So in Battle of Tarin में कुतुबुद्दीन ऐबक ने बहुत अहम रोल अदा किया. कुतुबुद्दीन fully justify the confidence. कुतुबुद्दीन ऐबक ने जो है बहुत ज़्यादा इंसाफ किया जो एतमाद गौरी ने इसे दिया था कुछ कॉन्फिडेंस दिया था. He justified his confidence and acted according to his wishes, his desired. So within a short time, extended the territory of fire. In short time, Qutbuddin Aibak entered the empire by capturing Hands, Meerut, Delhi, Ranthambore, Koil, Kannauj. So these are areas was captured and captured by the Qutbuddin Aibak alone. He had also do share in the conquest of Benares, Kalinjar, and Mahuba. So these are areas were also captured by the Qutbuddin Aibak. Then Bengal and Bihar were conquered by his lieutenant Muhammad bin Bakhtiar Khilji. So his lieutenant, his second in command was Mukhtar Muhammad bin Bakhtiar Khilji. So also supported Qutbuddin Aibak in conquering these areas, Bengal and Bihar. On the assassination of Majduddin bin Sultan, his nephew Qasri Mahmud, who succeeded him, the Sultan of War, bestowed his title of Sultan. Qutbuddin sent him to every state along with the letter of inhibition. Then he was sent to Qutbuddin was awarded the letter of rule of ruler proceed to Lahore. Then he was sent to Lahore. He was given the letter of ruling and sent to Lahore. And he ascended the throne. In 1206, Qutbuddin ascended the throne of Salatin Delhi, Sultanate of Delhi, 1206. After 70 years of Sultan returned to Delhi. सुल्तान जो है ना वो फिर वापस दिल्ली वापस आ गया, इतनी मुकम्मल होगी, जब सेरेमनी मुकम्मल होगी तो सुल्तान वापस दिल्ली आ गया. Then Qutbuddin Aibak conflict with the rival chief Tajuddin Yildiz. Tajuddin Yildiz was the rival of Qutbuddin. So he fight with Tajuddin Yildiz with a view of conquering Punjab. Though the governor and took possession of the city. So Tajuddin Yildiz, he captured the Punjab. So Qutbuddin Aibak fought with Tajuddin Yildiz and defeated him. Then it was a battle and forced him to flee Kohistan. Then he forced him, Tajuddin Yildiz, to flee Kohistan. He was sent to Kohistan. Qutbuddin became so powerful, he was so powerful that the khutbah was read. Khutbah was read and coins were stuck in his name. So he was so much powerful. The khutbah, the new khutbah, I mean, during the prayer or Juma prayers, the khutbah was read. So khutbah was read, name of Qutbuddin Aibak, and coins were stuck by his name. So he's so powerful in this India rule, and with a short time he gained so much power that khutbah and coinage were stuck with him. Enjoy the fruit, but he could not last long to enjoy the fruit. And November 1210, November 1210 after D, when playing Chogan Polo, he was buried at Lahore. Qutbuddin Aibak died in 1210 and buried in Lahore. The estimate of Qutbuddin Aibak. So we evaluate Qutbuddin Aibak character and his personality and role of power. Qutbuddin was the first independent Sultan who had the foundation of Muslim Indo-Pakistan. So Qutbuddin laid the foundation. कुतुबुद्दीन ऐबक ने जो है ना वो इंडिया के अंदर जो मुसलमान रियासत की बुनियाद रखी थी, जिसका क्रेडिट है कुतुबुद्दीन ऐबक ने मुसलमान रियासत की बुनियाद रखी थी. ग्रेट वॉरियर, a man of influence, courage, and defeative energy of mind and body. He was so powerful in defeative energy. He was restless to go to an expedition. He was never tiresome. So बेतहा उसके अंदर ताकत एनर्जी थी. कुतुबुद्दीन ऐबक के अंदर जो है ना मामलात को देखने की ख्वाहिश के लिए stands a prominent figure among the rulers who rose to sheer merit and effort. So ये खूबी थी कि वो सिर्फ मेरिट की बुनियाद पर कुतुबुद्दीन अपनी ज़ाती खूबियों, ज़ाती मेरिट, ज़ाती जो उसके अंदर जो जो खूबियाँ थी, ज़ाती ताकत, सियासत, फराबत, दानिश्वरी, उसकी बुनियाद पर ये इस मुकाम पर पहुंचा, इस मुकाम पर जा हुक्मरान बन गया. He rose to the status of ruler, the author of Tarikh Fakhruddin Mubarak Shah. The author of Tarikh Fakhruddin Mubarak Shah says his valor, bravery, enterprise are as such that if Rustam were alive, he would have taken pride in having been his Hajib. So उसने ये लिखा है कि इसकी दिलेरी, इसकी बहादुरी, इसकी जुर्रत कुतुबुद्दीन ऐबक की इतनी ज़्यादा थी, इतना ताकतवर था कि अगर रुस्तम-ए-जमां बहुत बड़ा पहलवान था, बहुत बड़ा यानी कि ना पहलवान था, तो अगर वो फख्र करता इसकी जो है ना हमराही होने का, कुतुबुद्दीन ऐबक की हमराही होने का जो है फख्र महसूस करता, जो है ना वो रुस्तम जमां जो था, इतना ये स्ट्रॉन्ग, ताकतवर, दलेर शख्स था. Through a period of 20 years, he overran the whole of North India. सब 20 सालों के अंदर इसने जो है वो नॉर्थ इंडिया से लेकर इंडस टू द गंगेज, from the Indus to the Gangas, and from the Himalayas down to the Vindhya range. So 20 सालों में just a period of 20 years, Kutubuddin captured the whole of northern India and from Himalaya to Gangas, from Vindhya range. His conquest into Pakistan provided and far more permanent than any of his predecessor. His expedition, his conquest was more powerful than his predecessor. इसके पुराने लोग जो थे, जो पुराने हुक्मरान थे, उनसे ज़्यादा इसने जो है वो ताकत की बुनियाद पर, जुर्रत की बुनियाद पर, अपनी खैम फरासत की बुनियाद पर इसने जहाँ हिंदुस्तान में हुकूमत की, establishing peace of tranquility throughout his dominions and strengthened his position by matrimonial relation. So he was a very diplomat, a very politician. He also strengthened his position to make matrimonial relations with their kings. So he was married the sister of Tajuddin Jalduz. Qutbuddin Aibak was married the sister of Tajuddin Yildiz, and he gave his sister in marriage to Kabacha. Kabacha is also ruler. He gave his sister to Kabacha and his daughter to Al-Titmish. So just you see that he made matrimonial relation with the royal family. So because the whole royal family should unite with each other, so he take this action to strengthen his power, to have a matrimonial relation. Then Qutbuddin was a good administrator. Qutbuddin Aibak was a good administrator in the history of India. Hassan Nizami, Hassan Nizami, author of Tajul Masir, Tajul Masir, Hassan Nizami, great historian. In his book Tajul Masir says Sultan dispensed even-handed justice to the people and extend himself, promote the peace and prosperity to them. So he said that he made dispense justice. He Qutbuddin Aibak made justice to the people and give prosperity to the people. So at the right time, he made progress to his nation. Otherwise, made justice and justice with the people. During the reign of peace and tranquility, says the same author. So during this period, the same author, Tajuddin Tasir Mali's treasury required no guard during the administration of कुतुबुद्दीन ऐबक तैयरी ने नो गार्ड, खजाने को किसी हिफाजत की जरूरत नहीं थी। इतना जबरदस्त हुक्मरान था देखो कि खजाने की हिफाजत के लिए की जरूरत नहीं थी। इतना इंसाफ पसंद था कि जो है ना कोई चोरी, कोई थेफ्ट, देयर नो कंसेप्ट एनी थेफ्ट एज अ थीव, चोरी चकारी का कोई तस्वर नहीं था। तो इंसाफ ये था कि एक जो है ना भेड़िया और जो है ना बकरी, दे विल मेक ड्रिंक ऑन द सेम पाउंड without any fear. So wolf and shepherd drank the water of same pond without any fear. So he made so much strong administration, so stronghold in the country that there was no any thief, there was no any theft, there was no any concept. Then he was, historian says that he was a great, I mean, वह बहुत शाखस था। वो जो है ना लोगों को गिफ्ट देता था। उसका नाम रखा था लख बख्शा, लक्ष बख्शा। कुतुबुद्दीन ऐबक was known as Lakh Baksha. Become the gifts were bestowed on hundreds of thousands. He gave the gifts in hundreds of thousands to the people, to the nobles. So he was declared as known as in history as Lakh Baksha. He was known as Lakh Baksha. Necessary propagation. Then he was an ardent follower of Islam. He was also a great supporter of Islam, a great supporter of Islam, an ardent fighter of Islam. He worked for Islam and he paid attention to Islam and he paid attention for the propagation of Islam. He was an but he was very guilty of persecution of Hindus. But he was not any other on the other side. He was very ardent of Islam, support Islam, but never persecuted the Hindus. The Hindu was treated as just equal citizen. Hindus were treated just equal citizen. Then no Hindus were persecuted. The Hindus were given in the role was in administration. The Hindus were given role in administration and Hindus were given services. So you just imagine Qutbuddin Ayyubak was not prejudiced to any other religion. He treated all the religion in equal basis. So, Ishwari Prasad, Dr. Ishwari Prasad, great historian, he said that the Hindus were have good life during his period. To the reign of Qutbuddin, Hindus enjoyed a very sound position. They have very better position. So the army, Hindus were appointing army and the revenue administration. The ulama and the learned were held in the highest esteem. So he regarded the ulamas and learned in high esteem. He regarded them in a very valuable places. Sultan Qutbuddin was a patron of letters. So he was patron of letters. He was अदब की खिदमत करता था। वो आदमी शख्सियत था। अपना सुल्तान अपना ऐबक जो था, कुतुबुद्दीन ऐबक जो था ना, वो इल्म परवर था। वो खिदमत करता था। वो जो है ना जो पढ़े लिखे लोग थे, खिदमत करता था। And cultured court and society, the educated man. Two mosques were built by him, one at Delhi, other or Ajmer. So इसने कुतुबुद्दीन ऐबक built two mosques, one at Delhi, other was built at Ajmer, Ajmer Sharif, other was built at Delhi. Brave and capable, just and generous. So, due to this ability, we estimate that historians said Qutbuddin was one of the great pioneer of Muslim conquest of Indo-Pakistan. So, in the history of Indo-Pakistan, he made conquest, was a pioneer of this Hindu-Muslim conquest. So this was the credit goes to Qutbuddin Aibak. He established the Muslim rule established the Islamic rule. India, with his great efforts, great zeal. Then, I mean, then after this, Aram Shah, death of Qutbuddin Aibak, the nobles raised Aram Shah, noble secretary Aram Shah, but he never, I mean, have a capability to control the nation. Then they called, the nobles called the Al-Titmish, Al-Titmish, the new ruler, the son-in-law of Qutbuddin. So, governor of Badayun, the governor of Badayun, Titish Mubaz was governor of Badayun. So they called Titimish to come and have a rule of India. So Sultan Shamsuddin Titimish, 1211 to 1236. His period is 1211 to 1236. So now become the rule of Al-Titmish. So Qutbuddin Aibak ended, then come the Al-Titmish. Al-Titmish also a great ruler of Islam. Al-Titmish was also a great patron of Islam. He also served his nation and expanded the nation. He expanded the rule of subcontinent. उसने भी बरस की हिंदुस्तान पाकिस्तान में आर्किटेक्ट में ने जो है ना इस्लाम का जो है ना वो उसने फैलाया और उसने जो है ना इस्लामी हुकूमत को और किया और मजीद इलाके फतह किए अल्तमिश। तो ये दोनों किरदार बड़े अहम है कुतुबुद्दीन ऐबक का अल्तमिश का। So Titmish ascended the throne in Delhi in 1211. In 1211, Titmish was made ruler of Delhi, ruler of India and Salatine Delhi. He belonged to the renowned Ilbari tribe of Turkestan. Ibri, Ilbari, Ilbari, name of tribe of Turkestan. So he belonged to from that tribe. His intelligence, sagacity, and handsome appearance excited the jealousy of his brothers, who sold him into slavery in infancy. So his brother, the brother of Al-Titmish, sold the Al-Titmish in a period of infancy. When वो बच्चा था Al-Titmish, तो इसे जो है ना फरोख्त कर दिया, इसे बेच दिया Al-Titmish को। So Al-Titmish received his early education and training in the cultured family of Chief Justice of Bukhara. So Al-Titmish received his early training as Chief Justice of Bukhara. He was bought by the Chief Justice of Bukhara. इस गुलाम को चीफ जस्टिस बुखारा ने खरीद लिया अल्तमिश को और उसकी परवरिश की तरबियत की। then he sent to गजनी। वो जो है ना बुहारा का जीप था वो ऐसे गजनी ले गया। फिर मैं कुतुबुद्दीन the Badshaah of Delhi brought him in a high price where उस जहाँ पर कुतुबुद्दीन ऐबक ने जो बहुत महंगे दामों में कुतुबुद्दीन ऐबक ने अल्तमिश को बहुत महंगे दामों में खरीद लिया। इस गुलाम के तौर पर खरीद लिया अल्तमिश को। The Badshaah was so much pleased with his loyalty and capability that he soon made him the governor of Badayun. Qutbuddin was so pleased with his loyalty, उसकी वफादारी के तब मुतासर था उद्दीन ने, उसने बहुत जल्द ही अल्तमिश को जो है बदायूं का गवर्नर बना दिया and gave his own daughter in marriage. और कुतुबुद्दीन ने अपनी जो बेटी थी वो उसने अल्तमिश की शादी कर दी। इतना इतबार था कि यकीन था उसे अल्तमिश पर कि अल्तमिश को अपनी बेटी जो है ना उसके निकाह में दे दी। Heb Sultan Mahmud Ghori, Al-Titmish helped Sultan Mahmud Ghori in quelling the rebellion of troubles of Khokhar. So Al-Titmish helped the Sultan Ghori in quelling the rebellion of Khokhars. When Khokhars were rebelled against the Sultan Mahmud Ghori, so Titishmat was with him. So Titim supported the Utangari and defeated the Khokars of that time. Then tribe of Punjab recognized of his services. He was invited by the master of Sultan. So इन सर्विस की वजह से जो है कुतुबुद्दीन ने तितमिश को आज़ाद कर दिया, गुलामी से आज़ाद कर दिया तितमिश को. On his accession to the throne, Iltutmish found himself confronted with innumerable dangers and difficulties. Man, Iltutmish, young ruler, so he had many dangers and many difficulties. He had to fight against Tajuddin Yaldud, who Yaldud खिलाफ लड़ा, the ruler of Ghaznavi, and Nasruddin Kabacha of Sindh. The Kabacha who were asserting their independence. Nasruddin Kabacha जो अपनी आज़ादी ले रहे थे सिंध में, उसके खिलाफ तितमिश ने लड़ाई की. Then Ali bin Mardan Khilji, the governor of Bengal. Then Ali bin Mardan Khilji became the governor of Bengal. So Titmish fought with him, and defeated the Ali Mardan Delhi after the death of Qutb Baibak. So, beside the Hindus, princes and chiefs were citizens. So, beside all these dangers, the Hindu chiefs they were also displeased with the Qutbuddin. So, Titmish fought with these Hindus and princes of their areas and defeated them. Toward these troubles, some of the Qutbis expressed their resentment against man of failed of water in face of the difficulty. So Titmish fought with all people, fought with the Muslim ruler who were against their sovereignty, who don't accept Titmish, and then also fought with the Hindus and the provinces. The task of establishing the authority in right started and with him determination. So he made with strong effort with full determination to hold his command and make sovereignty in this area. As Titmish first took a strong action against those Qutbis. So first he took strong action against those Qutbi nobles and had revolted against him, who had revolted against him. The Qutbi rulers, nobles who had revolted against him. So Al-Titmish fought with them bravely. He marched against them near Delhi and brought the whole of the principality of Delhi under his control. So he marched Delhi and the whole of principality of Delhi was captured by the Al-Titmish. So he controlled all this area. But the safety of the empire depended upon the suppression of the rival chief and now returned his attention towards them. So Tajuddin Yaldur, a slave of Mahmud Ghori, became the ruler of Ghazni. So Tajuddin Yaldur, a slave of Mahmud Ghori, the ruler of Ghazni, after the death of his master, even driven from Ghazni by the Shah of Parzam. So Shah of Parzam drove him from Ghazni. In 1224, came to Lahore. He being driven from Ghazni by Shah of Parzam in 1224, came to Lahore and occupied the Punjab. He wanted to establish independent power and even to assert authority to Sultan. So Aziz was obliged to wage war against him. So Al-Titmish was war of against it. Tajuddin Yaldur and defeated him because he was against his power, against his sovereignty. So in the field of Tarin in 1216, so Al-Titmish was defeated Tajuddin Yaldur in the field of Train in 1216 and was imprisoned in the fort of Badayoun. And he was imprisoned in the fort of Badayoun, where ultimately with his life, वहाँ उसकी फौत हो गया. A few of Yildiz, a Titimi determined the action against Nasruddin Kabacha, where occupied Lahore. And after Yildiz, then Titimi paid attention to Nasruddin Kabacha, who captured Lahore. So Al-Titi was expelled from the city in 1216. So in 1216, Al-Titimish expelled him from the city. It was finally crashed in 1228. In 1228, Al-Titimish crushed his power of Nasrin Kabacha. In 1221, in 1221, a new and most terrible danger threatened the Sultan of Delhi. So in 1221, a terrible danger came in the Salatin Delhi, Sultan Delhi में एक और खतरा पैदा हो गया. वो क्या था? The Mongol from the leader चंगेज खान जो मंगोलों का सरबराह था, वो सेंट्रल एशिया से पहाड़ों से उठकर आ गया और वो जो है उसने तबाही मचा दी. He crushed, he killed so many people. He had no humanity. He was no human in him. Whoever who comes against his power, Genghis Khan crushed and killed them. So the Genghis Khan was so strong that no ruler was came before him. No ruler was stand before him. So attack on Khwarizm Shah. So with Genghis Khan encountered with Khwarizm Shah, who was discomfited and took shelter in Astrabad. So Khwarizm Shah sheltered in Astrabad to avoid, to save his life from the Mongol chief. His eldest son, Jalaluddin Shah, fled to Hindustan. Khwarizm Shah's eldest son, Jalaluddin Shah, fled to Hindustan to save his life and to refuge in Lahore. It refuge in Lahore and sent anyway to Al-Qitishman to beg for asylum in his domination. So he sent a letter to Al-Qitmish. He sent a letter to Al-Qitmish and request him that he may be given asylum. He may be given, पनागा उसे अपनी पनाह में ले ले मंगोल से बचाए कोई. आतिथि में feared Mongol horde in order to say, लेकिन आतिथि में वो समझदार था. वो जो था ना, वो चाहता था, वो नहीं चाहता था कि मंगोलों की हुकूमत जो है चंगेज खान उसकी हुकूमत ख़त्म करें. इसलिए उसने डिप्लोमेटिकली जो है ना वो उसको जलालुद्दीन को ये बात की कि इंडिया की जो क्लाइमेट है, इंडियन क्लाइमेट इज नॉट suitable for you. So he diplomatically refused the Jalal the son of Fadim Shah, to avoid for the anchor of Mongol, of Genghis Khan. Thereupon, Fadim Shah entered into alliance with the Khokars and helped two of these new allies attack Nasruddin Kabacha and defeated him. So he helped make with the Nasruddin Kabacha, Fadim Shah, and made this thing, and he attacked on Nasruddin Kabacha and defeated him. Shortly afterwards, he went to Persia. He was eventually murdered by a fanatic. So unfortunately, he was killed by a fanatic. The heat of India become intolerable. The heat of India, because India is a very hot area. See, Mongol, they came from Central Asia, a very cold place. They have many cold weather, so they could not tolerate the heat of the India. So they have decided to go back to Central Asia. So fortunately, the danger of, this Mongol attack was averted. Titmish was sound. Titmish was relaxed that the danger of Mongol attack was postponed, and the Mongols they went back to Central Asia. So, most savage and furious leaders known in history. So, India was saved. Had they don't go back, the India was most atrocities. So, India was saved. Most savage and ferocious raiders known to history. So, चंगेज खान इनकी ज़बानें सुनते थे, चंगेज खान की हलाकत सुनते थे, ये खोपड़ियों में जान जाता था, ये खोपड़ियों के इंसानी खोपड़ियों के मीनार खड़े कर देता था। तो ये चीज़ थी, ये जो है ना वो बाई चांस अल्लाह की तरफ से वो आ गई, तो वो जो है ना इंडिया में उसने जाने का वापस चला गया। In free from the rival chief, so many actually started series of conquest. So इसमें जो था वो फिर उसके बाद जो उसकी जो थी मंगोलों से जब आज़ाद हुआ, मंगोलों से सुकून हासिल हुआ, तो फिर उसने अब पुराने दुश्मन थे तो हमला करना सोचा, टेंशन होगी बंगाल. So he paid attention to Bengal. Ghaznavi Khilji had declared independence. So Ghaznavi Khilji made independence in Bengal. So Titish was against him. So Titish defeated the Khadoni Khilji and recaptured the Bengal from him. Bronze royal title, knowledge the authority of the Sultan of Delhi. So the Sultan returned to Delhi. Ghazuddin, he secured independence, attacked Bihar, and expelled the governor. So Nasuddin Mahmud, the son of Sultan and governor, invaded Bengal and captured it. Bengal was made over to him in 1228. In 1228, Al-Titimish marched against Nasuddin Kabacha. So the governor of Uch and Multan and defeated him near Bakhar. Near Bakhar, Al-Titimish defeated him, but while Kabacha was running away to save his life, he was accidentally drowned in the Indus. But after he was drowned into Indus River, Kabacha was drowned in the river. So in 1229, Kitmi reveals a robe of honor and libation he received from the Caliph of Baghdad. So in 1229, the Al-Titmish was given by a robe of honor from Khalifa, from the Khalifa of Baghdad. At that time, the Baghdad Khalifa ruling over the whole area. So Khalifa Baghdad give him the robe or as a credit of his. So name as Sultan of India. So he declared him as the Sultan of India. So Al-Titmish was become the Sultan of India at that time. After consolidating his position at home, Al-Titmish turned against the Rajput Ranas, had revolted and recaptured the last kingdom in the so-called role of Aram Shah. So when Al-Titmish, when he captured, he made control over the own princes and own our rulers of their country. Then he paid attention to the Ranas and Hindus, Rajas, Rajput Rajas who have revolted against him. So Titmish fight with the Rajas of Rajput and defeated them and recaptured Ranthambore in 1226 and Al-Titmish recaptured Ranthambore in 1226. Ranthambore is the area where the Hindu Raja was ruled, and a year later is followed by the capture of Mandavur, and after that, at 1 year, Al-Titmish captured the Mandavur in Shivalak Hills. In Shivalak Hills, He captured this area in 1231 after he attacked Gwalior. Iltutmish in 1231 attacked Gwalior and defeated the ruler of Mangaldev and captured this area of Gwalior. He was marched against Malava, easily conquered the sultans of Bisra and Ujjan in 1234. In 1234, Al-Titmish marched against Malava, easily conquered the Bisra and Ujjan in 1234. After his last campaign was undertaken against Banyan in 1235. The last campaign of Al-Titmish was Banyan in 1235. He captured the Banyan but had to abandon on account of his illness. But Al-Titmish had to abandon, have retreated due to his bad health, and he was stopped there. So, before the death of Sultan Al-Titmish was presented by Kotiyar to nominate successor. So, the Kotiyar said that make a successor. So, they have decided that Razia was the daughter of Al-Titmish. Razia was the daughter of Al-Titmish, you know the Razia Sultana. So the noble said, you make Razia Sultana as your successor in spite of your sons. They are not capable of party with the so in April 2036, in April 1236, Al-Titmish was died. 1236, Al-Titmish died. So come to the estimate of Sultan Al-Titmish. So we will study the credit of Sultan Al-Titmish. So when Titmish ascended the throne, when Titmish came to power, there was so much fighting, there was so much disintegration. The rulers were against one another. So the control of the center was not present. So the Titmish ascended the throne due to this difficulty, this problem. The rebel hostile chief and the rebellious nobles, the Venkat Raja and Rana, and the Rana and Raja were also against the thing, threatening distance of Sultan of Delhi. Situation was so much critical by the foresight, but Al-Titmish deal with the situation with its foresight, energy, and military skill. So Titmish deal with all these difficulties, all these rebellion with military skill and proved himself equal to the situation. With an iron hand, he suppressed the rebellion nobles. The iron hand suppressed the rebellion of nobles, crushed the power of rebels like Yaldud and Kabacha. So he crushed the power of Yaldud and Kabacha and recovered the lost princes. So Al-Titmish recovered the lost princes, the provinces जो सूबे उसे छीन गए थे अल्तुतमिश ने अपनी ताकत के साथ अपनी हम फरासत के साथ अपनी बिरादरी के साथ वो तमाम सूबे वापस ले लिए अपने इक़्तिदार में had the rival chief and the Rajput princes be successful. So अगर ये राजपूत princes और सारे लोग अगर ये कामयाब हो जाते वहां से कामयाब हो जाते तो फिर इस इंडो पाक में इस्लामिक रूल था वो ख़त्म हो जाना था कोई वो जो इस्लामी हुकूमत थी वो जो मुसलमान हुकूमत थी जो स्टार्ट में उभर रही थी तो वो उसको उसने क्रश कर देना था ये अल्तुतमिश की खूबी थी अल्तुतमिश की जो फेमस फरासत थी कि उसने जो अकेला कुतुबुद्दीन ऐबक के पास सोर्स था और उसके बाद ताकत थी लेकिन अल्तुतमिश ने ये सब चीज़ें अकेले अपनी अकल अपनी बहादुरी अपनी दिलेरी से अल्तुतमिश ने इन तमाम हालात का मुकाबला किया और ये सारे इलाके उसने वापस लिए। खतरात से उसने जो है वो निपटा। Motorsport. So he accompanied by himself in the face of trouble and danger. So इन तमाम खतरों को उसने अकेला जो है वाल्मीकि में उसने मुकाबला किया। Contribute to the growth of Muslim rule in India. So the growth of मुसलमान हुकूमत की ग्रोथ थी वो जो है उसको उसने बढ़ावा दिया। इंक्रीज दी रोल ऑफ मुस्लिम पावर्स इंडिया the real. So we can call him, so we can say his name, the Al-Kitmish, real founder of Sultanate of Delhi. So we called him as a real founder of the Sultanate of Delhi. Brave and courageous. Al-Kitmi was so brave and courageous, never hesitated to meet the enemy in the open field. वो कभी भी जो है ना ये नहीं कि वो अकेले में डरता था। ओपन दिलेरी और बहादुरी के साथ ओपन फील्ड में दुश्मन का मुकाबला करता था Al-Kitmi. So he suppressed by the Gakhad, very great hero of bravery. So गखड़ों को जो गखड़ जो थे गखड़ बहुत ताकतवर थे। So अल्तितमिश ने इन गखड़ों को शिकस्त दी और अपना जो है कुर्बानी कायम की। गखड़ों को शिकस्त देकर उसने अपनी हुकूमत हुकूमत कायम की। Contribute to situation like quality diplomatic mode. So his diplomatic mode placed him on the peak of glory, renown. So clearly understood the position. और तितमीश जो है ना अपनी पोजीशन को बेहतर जानता था किस तरह हुकूमत करनी है किस तरह काम करना है। So it was he who consolidated the conquest of Mudgari. So it was Al-Titmish who consolidated the conquest of Mudgari. So credit goes to Al-Titmish that whatever expedition, whatever have the Sultan Mudgari captured the area. So Al-Titmish found and controlled and gave all these areas in a united in cohesion. So India is cohesion. We are not found under Qutbuddin. So during Qutbuddin was not the India was not so cohesive, so coherent. So credit goes to Al-Titmish that he captured and he controlled all these areas in a one state. Al-Titmish was a good ruler. He was a good ruler. He had the foundation of an organized administrative system. So Al-Titmish made organized administrative system. Before him, the administration machinery of the empire was ill organized. इससे पहले जो हुकूमत थी वो ऑर्गेनाइज नहीं थी। With the help of Muhammad Junaidi and Fakhrul Maluk Asmi, इन दोनों की मदद से he made departments were set up and central revenue records began to kept. So he made a legislation that he made the record of the state, record the government in a proper way, in a more central way. Just imagine at that time, Al-Titmish organized all the record, all the departments of the state in a better way, in an organized way. So, I.H. Qureshi, the renowned historian, said Al-Titmish gave sound administration. So, I.H. Qureshi said Al-Titmish gave a sound administration, मजबूत हुकूमत कायम की, to disorganized and dismembered empire. The empire which was not strong, dismembered, उस empire के टुकड़े टुकड़े हो रहे थे, लेकिन अल्तितमिश ने इस तमाम अंपायर को इस तमाम रियासत को इकट्ठा किया। He also had a great sense of justice and according to Ibn Battuta. So उसके अंदर बहुत ही जो है ना इंसाफ पसंद था, इंसाफ की कुर्बानी करता था। सो अल्तितमिश जो है ना इब्न बतूता उस वक़्त का जो था हिस्टोरियन था उसने लिखा है कि अल्तितमिश ने अपने महल के अंदर घंटी लगाई थी। महल के अंदर घंटी लगाई थी तब कोई मजलूम बाहर से आए तो सीधा दबाव में जाए और घंटी बजाकर अपने अंदर जो है ना जुल्म की दास्तान सुनाए और जो है ना वो आराम से हुक्मरान जो है ना की दादसी करे the ruler that is ultimate and helped him this person and so just imagine at that time he made this system of peace and justice. He was first ruler, then in a administration, in a revenue system. The revenue system, Al-Titmish, he was introduced a purely Arabic coinage. So Al-Titmish found a purely Arabic coinage. He adopted the silver tank, the ancestor of the modern rupee, weighing 175 grain standard. So जिसने आज जिसा जिसा रुपया चल रहा है आज जो रुपया चल रहा है उसकी पुरानी बुनियाद अल्तितुब से रखी 175 ग्रेन्स के साथ सिल्वर के सिक्के उसने बुनियाद डाली। ये सोचो कि कितनी उसके अंदर जहानत थी, कितना रेवन्यू सिस्टम को समझता था अल्तितमिश कि जहाँ उसने जो ना दीनी निज़ाम को उसने अपनाया तो उस वक्त से ये चला आ रहा सिस्टम dexterity of which he recognized the state, administered justice, and systemized civil and military department. So he made the civil and military department side by side. Just imagine that how he was strong, how he was capable, that he made civil department separate and military department separate. So organize all these things, organized state with the both civil and military departments. Honor gave him the remarkable place in the history of India. So this thing credit goes to him. The ultimate place a unique position in the history of India. The history of Indian, he made a unique position and a place in the history of India. Sultan Iltutmish surpassed almost all of the Sultan of Delhi in his fitness as a king and excellence as a man. So he surpassed all, all the other sultans. So Iltutmish surpassed all the sultans due to his skill, due to his bravery, due to the administration. So never was a sovereign so virtuous, kind-hearted, and reverent towards the learned and relying upon the honor of Delhi. So this credit goes to him that Manazul Siraj, that historian Manazul Siraj, the historian Manazul Siraj says about the Kitmish, never was so sovereign. ये ऐसा हुक्मरान था इससे पहले किसी हुक्मरान ने so virtuous, kind-hearted, and reverent towards the learned and divine that upon the throne of Delhi. So जो है ये काबिल लोगों की अमीर देता था, काबिल की अमीर देता था और उसने जो ना दिल्ली के जो तख्त था, दिल्ली के तख्त तो इतना एंजॉय किया था, इतना ज़्यादा उसने जो है वो जो है ना ऑर्गेनाइज किया दिल्ली के तख्त को इतना बढ़ाया उसने भी. So privileged of outstanding ability, intellect and high character. So इसके अंदर बहुत किरदार की खूबी थी. कितनी मुझे कितनी proved to be a just, generous and sagacious ruler. So he was kind, generous and sagacious ruler of that time. He was a pious Muslim. Al-Khatib was a pious Muslim and spent huge sums of money on charitable purposes. So ये खराक के वाले से बहुत अजीम था. इसने जो है ना हजारों लाखों पर रुपये खर्च किए जो खराक के वाले से charitable purpose कर दिए. In spite of military occupation, के बावजूद के वो मिलिट्री की मसरूफियात थी, लेकिन Al-Kitmish established schools in colleges. So Al-Kitmish founded schools and colleges in his empire. He was also great patron of letters. He also supporter of इल्म अदब का ये शदाई था. तो Al-Kitmish जो है इल्म अदब की कदर करता था. उसने इल्म अदब के लिए भी ज्ञान की उन लोगों को उसने तरक्की दी. Poets, scholars, divine foreign countries adorned his court. So he invited the poets, the historians, the learned people to other countries to come and stay in their court. So he was also a great architecture, achievement in the art and architecture. So Iltutmish, found pay attention in architecture and arts. So his Qutub Minar at Delhi is accompanied by 1231-32. So Qutub Minar, Qutub Minar was a great piece of architecture. Qutub Minar, a great piece of architecture when he built in 1231 to 1232 as an impressionable testimony to his greatness. So you just see Qutub Minar. Yes, yes, Janam, yeah, just see Qutub Minar. Just man, then and there are people standing. How long this Qutub Minar was there? Centuries have made this building Qutub Minar is also present at Delhi. So strong, so powerful that there was no, even there was no any fracture, there was no any, damage to the heart season in centuries. So believe me, how is it impossible that a ruler ever sent make this piece of architecture, Qutub Minar? So then he, so then he made the mosque, or made this mosque in Ajmer Sharif. In Ajmer Sharif, he made the mosque. So Al-Titmish formed the climax of the Trust rule Indo-Pakistan. So Al-Titmish rule was the climax, was the height of Muslim rule of Salatin Delhi. Salatin Delhi की यहाँ वो एक्सट्रीम जो शेप थी वह तितमिश ग्रुप में नजर आई क्या इसने जो है सलातिन दिल्ली की उस्मानी हुकूमत को पीक पे ले गया खुशहाली के वाले से तरक्की के वाले से इंसाफ के वाले से आमीन कुछ आर्थिक के वाले से बादी के वाले से सल्तनत को वसी करने के वाले से सल्तनत को फैलाने वाले से तो हर हवाले में से जो है ना इसने जो है ना मुल्क को बढ़ावा दिया इस ने निज़ाम को जो है ना चलाया सो ये है रिगार्डिंग दी great ruler of the early Turkish Empire Delhi. So the great ruler of the early Turkish Empire, Al-Titmish was regarded known as a great ruler of early Turkish Empire. So now I have any question about it. So we discussed about the Qutbuddin Al-Titmish. They have discussed about both rulers of Salatin Delhi. So they have a remarkable in their personality. So have any question about? Chalo, no question. I mean, satisfied. मतलब, have you any question ever? So we will proceed further. I mean, so now we will discuss the latest current situation. The last time I have seen the Heather. The Heather have a picture in behind his. I mean, of Imran Khan. So I think Heather loved Imran Khan very much. There's no problem. My own son, the Zirak was great supporter of Imran Khan, and Zarmina and Mama, he forced Zarmina and Mama to cast vote in favor of Imran Khan. So this thing that I was never supported at that time. So it was also at that time इमरान खां मेड वो झूठ था सारा कोई सब झूठ था कि 2018 के जो इलेक्शन हुए सब फ्रॉड था सब ये IMF और वर्ल्ड बैंक और यहूदियों की साजिश का नतीजा था कि वो जो इमरान खां को फौज ने हुकूमत दिलाई फौज ने हुकूमत दिलाई और अब जो है पीछे ट्रांसपेरेंसी ऑफ इंटरनेशनल व्हाट इज दिस Transparency of International Transparency International is an organization who spend thousands of rupees, thousands of money to make investigation to what is a corrupt country and what is not a corrupt country. So in 2020, Transparency International published a report that Imran Khan government, 22 government, the most corrupt government, the most corrupt government of that time. Transparency International declared Imran Khan they have a 5-degree category. So he said that in 2019 2019 से लेकर 2020 तक 5 दर्जे जो है वो करप्शन पाकिस्तान में बढ़ी है 4 दर्जे बाकी सारी शोबों में अदालतों में निज़ाम में बढ़ी है और 5 दर्जे जो करप्शन है वो सरकारी महकमे में बढ़ी है ये देखो तुम ये जो है ना 3 सालों से ये करप्शन का जो है ना विरोध कर रहे हैं मैं करप्शन खत्म करूंगा ये बोलते हैं कि मैं 90 डेज में 90 दिनों के अंदर मैं करप्शन खत्म कर दूंगा 800 दिन हो गए हैं 800 दिन हो गए हैं ये करप्शन अभी तक खत्म नहीं कर सका बल्कि करप्शन बढ़ी है ये नवाज शरीफ आगे कहता तो करप्शन होती रहती ये होती रहने के खत्म करता या होती रहने के करप्शन और बढ़ी है और फिर देखो ये कहता है कि जो है ना कि जो रिपोर्ट गलत है ट्रांसपेरेंसी इंटरनेशनल की रिपोर्ट गलत है ट्रांसपेरेंसी इंटरनेशनल ये बात खुद करता था इमरान खान ट्रांसपेरेंसी इंटरनेशनल की हवाले देता था ट्रांसपेरेंसी इंटरनेशनल हवाले देता था ये बड़ा मोतबरदार है ये सही बात करता है करप्शन की बातें करता है आप भी इसकी हुकूमत की बात की है तो मुकर गया कोई वो झूठ ही बोले छुकर दिया इसने कोई पहले कहता है रिपोर्ट गलत है ये डाटा गलत है कि लोगों ने दिखाया तो यही डाटा है 2019-2020 का ही डाटा है जो उन्हें लिया है करप्शन वाले से अब ये कहता है कि मैंने ये रिपोर्ट पढ़ी ही नहीं मैंने रिपोर्ट प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऑफ पाकिस्तान इसके बारे में दिख रही है इस मुल्क में करप्शन था होगी कहते हैं मैंने ये रिपोर्ट पढ़ी ही नहीं अंदाजा करो कुड यू बिलीव इट हाउ वाज विद लायर ग्रेट लायर ये ऐसी अपनी हुकूमत की जो है ना इसी बुनियादों पर जो है ना की मैं करप्शन खत्म करूंगा करप्शन खत्म नहीं कर खत्म कर सका अभी तक ये नहीं कर सका कोई जो है ना पाकिस्तान क्या करिए कोई तो ये क्या है इसलिए खत्म कर सका इससे कोई दिलचस्पी नहीं है दिलचस्पी नहीं है कि आवाम मिला है कोई आवाम के नुमाइंदा नहीं है ये ऐसे ज़बरदस्ती बिठाया गया ज़बरदस्ती से मुसलत किया गया ये उनका जो है ना वो IMF का नुमाइंदा है कि मफदात पूरी करता है ये इसराइल को जो है ना से तस्लीम करो फिर ये मोदी की हमायत करता है कि मोदी जो है कश्मीर के तल्लुकात ठीक होंगे कि मुल्क में शुगर माफिया उसकी हमायत करता है शुगर माफिया इसका किचन चलाते हैं फिर आटा माफिया उसकी हमायत करता है फिर जो महंगाई उसी हमायत करता है फिर बिल जो है बिजली के बिल फिर इसने 1 रुपया 2 रुपये इसने पर यूनिट इमरान खान ने बिजली बढ़ा दी है और ये फरमाता है कहता है ये नवाज शरीफ की वजह से बिजली महंगी हो रही है इतना ढीठ इतना बेशर्म आदमी है कहते हैं नवाज शरीफ की वजह से बिजली महंगी हो रही है 3 साल हो गए नवाज चला गया कहते हैं नवाज शरीफ बिजली महंगी हो गई है गैस की बिल पे बढ़ा दिया इसने और कर दिया ये जो लोग खुदकुशियां कर रहे हैं ये बातें करते हैं रियासत मदीना की वो अब देखो तुम ये रियासत मदीना दूर की बात है कुतुबुद्दीन ऐबक हुक्मरान था उसके बाद देखो तुम कुतुब ऐबक के दौर में कोई चोरी का सब नहीं था, कोई डकैत सब नहीं था, इतना ज़बरदस्त हुक्मरान था। ये क्या हुक्मरानी कर रहा है कोई? ये हुक्मरानी तो कर रहा है। ये जो है ना सिर्फ़ ये जो है ना उधर बैठ कर अपने बनी गाला में 300 कनाल का महल बनी गाला में उसने बनाया है, उस पर ही रहता है। वो इर्रेगुलर था, वो गैर कानूनी था, उसको इसने वीज़ा में बनने के बाद रेगुलर कर दिया है और कोई सीरिया का बंदा कोई देख नहीं सकता। ये बातें करता है रियासत मदीना की। और लाहौर में जो है ना नवाज शरीफ पार्टी का एक बंदा था, उसके घर को उसने गिरा दिया, तो पूरे घर को उसने गिरा दिया। ये रेगुलर है, ये इसकी हिपोक्रेसी है, ये इसकी जो है ना ईमानदारी है, ये इसका इंसाफ है कोई कि जो मुखालिफ हैं उनका घर सही है। फिर और बड़ा बात सुनो, लाहौर में मंशा बम क्या है? मंशा बम बहुत बड़ा लैंड माफिया है, जो इसका रुकन है, जो इमरान खान का मेंबर है, जो कब्जे करता है, जो नजायज कब्जे करता है, वो इसका मोस्ट बॉयफ्रेंड है। तो वो जो खोखे बरादरी हैं वो कहते हैं वो मुखालिफ है, वो सारा कब्जा माफिया कर रहे हैं। तो ये चीजें हैं कोई। आप कह रहे हैं मैं सेनेट में इलेक्शन जो है ना वो जो है ना पॉपुलैरिटी होगी, तो क्या है कि खुद मान रहे 5-5 करोड़ रुपए हैदर 5-5 करोड़ रुपए जो है ना वो तहरीक इंसाफ इमरान खान के बंदों ने सेनेट के इलेक्शन में पैसे लिए। 5 करोड़ रुपए एक आदमी ने इमरान के बंदे ने। ये बातें करता है मैं करप्शन खत्म कर दूंगा कोई। सबसे बड़ा करप्शन माफिया खुद है, सबसे करप्शन खुद बनाएगा कोई। ये चीज जो है ना कोई, इन चीजों का मतलब है कोई इसके अंदर इंसाफ नहीं है, कुछ चीज नहीं है कोई। ये चीज जो है ना कि मुल्क को तबाही की तरफ ले जा रहा है कोई, मुल्क को बर्बादी की तरफ ले जा रहा है कोई। ये चीजें थी। दूसरा, जो बाइडन Joe Biden have made very good decision. Joe Biden said that there will be no restriction for any Muslim countries. All Muslims can travel to their homeland without any restrictions, without any problem. So it's a good decision by Joe Biden. Trump imposed this thing on Muslim countries. So Joe Biden put this thing. Then Joe Biden also made good relation with Iranian. He said that we make the Iranian people of their atomic energy a good, their relation with Iran. Then in Mohaliyat, in Paris, he was also Biden made the Paris Agreement was forced by broken by Trump. So Joe Biden have good relation. In Pakistan, he also Joe Biden made that Kashmir issue should be settled. So Trump was in favor of Modi. So Joe Biden said that we make this Kashmir issue in a peaceful manner. So God knows what is his intention, but we should hope for the better that make this issue will be settled and everything. Joe Biden अपना. So this thing is that the country's relation a very important relation, and then in India, the farmers they are going on strikes. They have revolted against their problem. They have so many days voted against this problem, but Modi he never accepted the problem of the farmers. So farmers have ये जो किसान है वो किसान जो है ना मुल्क को जो है पैदा करते हैं, तो मुल्क को अनाज देते हैं, उनके देते हैं। ये मोदी जो है कर रहे हैं। और कल ही आज खबर आई है कि उसने RS गुंडे पहले फौज इस्तेमाल की है, फिर RS राष्ट्रीय सेवक सिंह के मुंडे जो है ना उन्होंने हमला किया है किसानों के जुलूस पर, किसानों के हमला किया है, तो उनको जो है ना मारा, जुल्म किया उन पर कोई। ये चीजें हैं कोई। ये इंटरनेशनल लेवल पर मसला ये है नहीं कोई। तो यूनाइटेड अरब एमिरेट से है ना इसने एक फैसला किया है कि हम जो है ना शहरियत देंगे। दे विल गिव यूनाइटेड अरब एमिरेट सेड दैट विल गिव सिटीजनशिप टू साइंटिस्ट to noble person. We have learned man. We give to citizenship. It's also a good decision. This is all. Thank you for the compliment. क्या समझ आ रही है? आगे पड़ी है